Hello everyone, in this video we'll learn how to balance any chemical equation. Now this topic will be in two parts, like I'll be uploading two videos for this as we'll learn each and every basic term of equation. We'll start with the easiest equation and then we'll go towards the difficult ones. So even if you know nothing about balancing, it's okay. We'll discuss each and every point. So by the end of the video, I hope you all will be a pro in balancing chemical equations. So let's start.
अभी मजा आएगा ना भिड़ो.
So now let's discuss some basic points you must know before starting with. This is your formula of ferric oxide, that is iron oxide, Fe2O3. Now the number you write in front of formula is coefficient. Now coefficient is multiplied with each term of your formula, that is each element of your formula. And this subscript are for individual element. That is 2 is for Fe and 3 is only for O. It is not, this 3 has nothing to do with this Fe and this 2 has nothing to do with O. You will calculate number of atoms. You will multiply this 2 with this Fe and this O both. Calculate number of atoms. Now tell me how many Fe atoms are there in this formula. So this coefficient will be multiplied with this subscript of Fe. So Fe, number of Fe atom is 2 into 2, that is 4. Now how many oxygen atoms are there? 2 into 3, that is 6. So this is how we calculate number of atoms. The terms on the left hand side of a chemical equation are your reactant and the terms on the right hand side of a chemical reaction is a product, are the products. One molecule, or we can read it like 1 molecule of glucose reacts with 6 molecules of oxygen to yield 6 molecules of carbon dioxide and 6 molecules of water. Now this H2O is the formula of water and the numbers which are part of your formula are your subscript and the numbers which are written in front of the formula or the molecule is the coefficient. Now one more major doubts of students are how to calculate number of atoms when they are written in brackets. So let's see. Now how many aluminiums are there? Aluminium atoms are there. So the coefficient multiplied by subscript of aluminium. So 2 into 2, that is 4 aluminium atom. Sulfur, we know the coefficient is multiplied with each and every atom in the formula. So 2, the coefficient. Now this subscript which is out of the bracket goes for each and every atom inside that bracket. So we have sulfur atom and we have oxygen atom. So this 3 will be multiplied with sulfur 2. So now there are 6 sulfur. Now oxygen, again the coefficient in the front is multiplied with each and every atom. So 2 and then 3 which is outside the bracket as O is also inside bracket. So 3. Specific subscript on O, that is 4, which is only there for O. So you'll multiply it with 4. So now 4 3s are 12, 12 2s are 24. So there are 24. Now let's start with the first equation of balancing. Water. So water, the reactant in water is hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen and oxygen react to yield H2O. So now this is our first step. First, on the reactant side, let's write how many number of hydrogen atom are there and how many number of oxygen atom are there. So hydrogen, there are 2 on reactant side, and oxygen, there are 2. On our product side, we have 2 hydrogen, so hydrogen is balanced. Okay, but then product side, you have only 1 oxygen. We need to balance that. So how will you balance that thing? You will multiply on the product side with 2. Okay, so now our second step. This was our first step. Now second step. Write this equation again. Number of hydrogen on this reactant side is 2, and on product side that is 4. Number of oxygen is balanced this time. It is 2 on this side, it is 2 on this side. So now to balance hydrogen, what you have to do is you will be multiplying with 2 to make it 4. So if you will multiply on the reactant side with 2, now you can see that is there are equal number of hydrogen atom on both sides. You can see everything is balanced now. Even hydrogen is 4. So 4 hydrogen, 4 hydrogen, 2 oxygen, 2 oxygen. So our equation is balanced. Fine. Now again, an easy one. Magnesium reacting with oxygen to give us magnesium oxide. Let's start counting number of atoms. So on reactant side, how many Mg is there? There's 1 magnesium. Even on product side, there's 1 magnesium. Oxygen. On reactant side, we have 2 oxygen. On product side, we have only 1 oxygen. So again, we will multiply with 2 on the product side to make number of oxygen equal. Now let's write the equation again. Let's count again. Now this time Mg is 1 on reactant side, but Mg is 2 on product side. That is 2 into 1, 2. Oxygen is 2 on the reactant side and 2 on the product side. So oxygen is balanced. How will we balance magnesium? To make on reactant, we have to make reactant side 2. So we will just multiply Mg with 2. So you can see it's balanced now. There's 2 magnesium, there's 2 magnesium, there's 2 oxygen, there's 2 oxygen. So our first and second equation were similar. Now I will give you a third equation to solve on your own. Like this is similar to the first and second. So please solve it on your own. Yeah, we'll go on the next question. This is a fourth equation. This is a bit difficult than the previous one. Let's start counting number of atom on reactant side. So the carbon, there's 3. There's no coefficient in the front, so there are only 3 carbon. On the product side, there's only 1. Now hydrogen, there's 8 hydrogen. There's 2 hydrogen on the product side. Oxygen, there's 2 oxygen. Like 2, there's nothing, so it means 1, 2 into 1, 1. On this side, there's 2 in this CO2 and there's 1 in this H2O. So 2 plus 1, 3. So in this equation, we can see nothing is balanced. We have to balance each and every term. So we will start with balancing carbon. So there is 3 carbon in the reactant side. So let's make product side also 3. So let's multiply here with 3. Now let's write this equation again. Like this was the first step. Write this equation in the second step again. Now count number of atoms. For carbon, there's 3 on reactant side, there's 3 on product side. It is balanced. We have just balanced it. Hydrogen, there's 8 hydrogen. Now on this side, there's still 2. Oxygen, it's 2 on the reactant side. On product side, there's 3 to the 6. Now let's balance hydrogen. To balance hydrogen, I have to write 4 here. Then there will be 8 hydrogen. Let's write it again. Equation again in third step, and let's count number of atoms. Carbon, it's 3. It's still 3 on the product side. Hydrogen, we have just balanced. There's 8 hydrogen on the reactant side. There's 8 hydrogen on the product side too. Oxygen. Now there's only 2 oxygen on the reactant side. And on the product side, we can see there is 3 to the 6 and 4. 4 ones are 4. So here there's 6 oxygen. Here there is 4 oxygen. 6 plus 4, 10. So there are 10 oxygen. Now, how will I make it on the reactant side? By just multiplying it with 5 here. 5 2s are 10. Yeah. So now we can see it is balanced. Everything is balanced. This equation looks big, but then it's easy. Let's start. Okay. So on the product side, sorry. On the reactant side, we have beryllium 1. Even on the product side, we have 1. Always start with metal, then go on your non-metals, and then balance oxygen and hydrogen. But then here our metal is already balanced, so let's see the non-metal. Chlorine. Chlorine is 2. Here on the product there is only 1 chlorine. So we have to balance that. Sulfur 1. Sulfur 1. Hydrogen 2. Here there is only 1 hydrogen. First, let's balance chlorine. So to balance chlorine, I'll write 2 on this side. So 2 into 1, 2. So now we made this 2. Write the equation again. Now let's count the atoms again. Ba was already balanced. 1, 1. Chlorine, we have balanced it in our first step. There's 2, there's 2 on product 2. Okay, then sulfur. It was earlier 1 and still it's 1. It have nothing changed in that. Then hydrogen. There was 2 before, but now because we multiplied 2 to HCl, now even on product side there's 2. Oxygen. Okay, we didn't count oxygen in our first step. So oxygen on the reactant side is 4. And on the product side also it's 4. Okay, so it's balanced. Fine, this is our final equation. Yeah, this was the last equation for this video, but then we'll have another video in which we will be solving the difficult ones. Before you go and watch that video, please solve these equations on your own so that you understand the easier ones. Only then you go and watch the difficult ones. Yeah. Please try to balance them on your own. It will be helpful for you. Bye.